Hi, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thanks for joining us. Hyperbole versus reality here in the Philippines. It's an interesting subject when you start to think about the diversified layers and avenues. And we're going to get into it and we're going to talk about it. And what we're really going to do is ask for your comments about it. Those comments and your opinions will shape some of the ongoing video blogs that we do. And also, it'll give us an idea as to where we're different from other people. So, let's talk about it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Okay, now let's think here for a minute. We've got a lot of different views out there. And the one thing that I can say is that our community, our subscribers, the people who watch this channel are generally pretty well informed and intelligent people. It's been proven time and time again by many of the comments and emails that we get. So with that being said, we're going to ask you what you think, and then we're going to take a look at where the general results are on a couple of things. When you're planning to retire in the Philippines, or you're retired already, or you're in the midst of retiring, or whatever, let's talk about, are you going to be looking for a relationship? And what I'm saying that is the answer to question number one that we would have for you is, are you going to be single? Are you going to be single and looking for a monogamous relationship? That's, one-on-one. All right. Are you going to be married? All right. Are you looking to get married? So that's the first question we have. In your retirement, in your visit over, whether you already have a girlfriend, whether you already have a fiance, what are your expectations of what your relationship is going to be? All right. Now, hold on. Sorry. I had a text come in from my daughter. I told her I'd get back to her. So, with that also being said, then, what and how do you expect to live? Now, we're not going to get into the very specifics of what you need because, quite frankly, you can live on just about any budget here. It all depends on what your personal circumstances are and what you personally want. There are people who live very frugally. There are people who live very Filipino. There are people who live Western lifestyles. But you, and when I'm saying that, I'm not asking you which of those categories you fall in. I'm asking you what defines where you're going to live. And what I mean by what defines it is it a studio, a one bedroom, or larger? Maybe it's a 2-bedroom and multiple baths. Then, in turn, do you expect that it will be air conditioned and have air conditioning? And do you expect it to have hot water, at least in the showers? We have hot water at the faucets and in the showers in our place, but it's not really a necessary evil as long as you practice good hand washing and other cleaning issues. Bacteria tends to be an issue. But either way, are you going to do that? These two things are what we'd like to know from you. We'd like to get your thoughts on it because what we see is a lot of varying and different opinions. You're going to get people out there that are saying they're living on one budget and people saying they're living on a different budget and people saying this and that. That doesn't matter. It's you as an individual that matters. All right. So we want to know what our subscribers are thinking. If you were going to move to the Philippines, or if you're going to move to the Philippines, or if you're already here, what are those three things? And I only mentioned two so far. What are those three things important to you? How do you define how you're going to live? Are you going to be single and just bouncing around from relationship to relationship, or even single and you have no idea that you want to get involved in any way, shape, or form? You just want to casually date. Are you going to be single and really be earnestly looking for a relationship? Or are you going to be single and you are intending to get married to somebody that you already know? That's the first one. I'm repeating these to make sure that they're clear. All right. The second thing we'd like you to comment on is, how do you expect to live? Do you expect to live in a one bedroom, a studio, or a larger unit? And do you expect it to have air conditioning and hot water? Now, the third one, where are you from? Are you American? Are you Australian? Are you British? Are you from the EU? Where are you from? Let's take a look at the difference between cultures' expectations. And then we're going to kind of collate the responses we get, if there are enough. We'll collate those responses and try and come up with something that tries to cut the hyperbole out and define more what it is people are looking for. Because I think, and this is just my opinion, I think what people are looking for in their retirement is vastly different than what people looked for in their retirement 10 years ago or even 15 years ago. We're not talking about the cost of retirement. We're not talking about being able to afford it. We're not talking about how much money you're going to spend. But those three things, that's the start of a conversation that might be very interesting. So please, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. If you find this interesting enough, comment below and hit that thumbs up. It really makes a big difference. Otherwise, we want you to really have a great day and we wish you the best. Thanks.